time, and there were certain things that were happening, and I really enjoyed, yeah. But the actual book, like as a with his dad and wanting to go to college. Hello everyone, it's Kylee Ariel. Welcome to Show and Tell, and today we will be talking about my top 5 books of all time. Now, some of you guys may or may not have heard of some of my books, and some of you guys may be very much aware of my books that I'm talking about right now. But these are not the typical top 5 books from a booktuber or a book talk girly. So I'ma just need y'all to strap in and get ready to listen. Go ahead, grab you a snack, grab your favorite book. You can't read it right now, but you need to also open up that cart on Amazon because you're about to get ready to buy some of these books. Alrighty, let's get started. So we're going to be going from 5 to number 1. So these are my top 5, you know. Pretty as a Picture. When I started this book, I was extremely bored. It's not even funny how bored I was when I was reading this book. The setup took a very long time, and there were certain things that were happening in the book. I was like, I cannot rock with this. But once we got to where the meat of the story was going, that's when I got interested. So this basically follows a film editor, and she is working on this film, but this film seems to be cursed because every single film editor they have hired has ended up quitting or has ended up getting fired. And everybody already in the acting industry, in the film industry, already knows, like, there's something wrong with that set. Somebody died on set, and they're like, yeah, we don't want to work there. She accepts the job and goes to the island. She finds a whole bunch of weird stuff going on, and she's like, okay, I need to get to the bottom of this. And when I tell you, at first I could not appreciate this book's sense of humor. It was very dry and melancholy. So was the main character. I was like, okay, girl. I was not feeling it at all. Not in the slightest. It honestly threw me off. I was like, I do not like this book. This main character is unlikable. But once I got deeper into the book, I gained appreciation for her personality. Now, it doesn't mean I agree with everything she does, but I gained appreciation for this character's personality. And I really enjoyed her dynamics with other characters. There are multiple characters in this book. I highly suggest listening to the audiobook, and each one of them stick out so distinctly, and I really appreciate that. All the characters are different, so like, you know how in most books it's easy to get caught up in, like, I don't know who we're talking to right now. When these characters are talking, I can tell who she's talking to based off the way they speak, the way they choose the words they choose to use, all that. This book was very funny. It was a very nice mystery. I'm trying to remember the plot twist. The plot twist isn't too like, oh my god, I'm so shocked. But this was a pretty good book, and I got this book from Dollar Tree. So, you know, it had to hit my top 5 for that. Number 4, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I do not have the physical copy of this book, but I will tell you what this book is about. So basically, we're following this girl. Her name is Pip, and she decides to uncover this old murder that happened in her town. This guy murdered his girlfriend, and she met him. She met the guy who murdered her girlfriend, and she was like, I don't think he's capable of murder, and it always shook her in some type of way. So she has a school project, and she decides that she's going to uncover the murder of Andy. And she's like, I know it wasn't this guy. I'm going to figure out who it actually was. And when I tell you, it takes you through twists and turns. And I also love her relationship with Ravi. Ravi is the brother of Sal Singh, which is the guy who murdered his girlfriend. So I loved their relationship dynamic. It was very nice and developed in that book. And also the mystery within that book is by far the best one out of the trilogy. I haven't finished the 3rd book yet, but it is so compelling. I was hooked on every word. Once you're in it for the long haul. The way the book is written, it shows you documents, and it makes you feel like you're solving the mystery with. So this book is by Tiffany D. Jackson. Grown? Where do I even start? This book is check your trigger warnings. It's a bit triggering, but it is a YA book. So it's a bit it's a not a bit, it's a lot triggering. It's a lot triggering. So basically, we have this girl, she's on her swim team and stuff like that, and she's doing pretty well, but she can sing and she really wants to pursue her singing career. And flash forward, one of her favorite singers is having a concert. He pulls her up on stage and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make you into a star. And she's like, oh, of course. But he's being a creepy weirdo because he was actually preying on her. You know where I'm going with this. So he was preying on her the entire time. Her parents end up signing her off so she can go be with this man. And I'm not gonna spoil it from there, but you already get the vibes. It's something that rhymes with Melly vibes. Yeah. But the actual book, like as a I don't know if it's a mystery. I can't describe it. It's a thriller, I would say. As a thriller, it is really, really good. It starts off with her lying in blood of the man who promised her that she was going to be a star. So it was a really good book. I feel like every young girl should read this book because it talks a lot about, that type of ooming. I don't want to get censored. That's why I'm saying it like that, but it talks about it a lot, and I think about that book often. It's something that sticks with me. Like, I sit down and I think about that book and I'm like, wow, she went through it. And I think everybody should read that book. Oh, wait, 8 minutes. Okay, hold on. Okay, my second favorite book is Charming as a Verb. This is a nice, fluffy romance. Oh my gosh. This is a nice, fluffy romance. It's following Henry, he's a dog walker. I haven't read this book in a minute, but he's a dog walker, and basically he gets blackmailed by Corrine to, what were they doing? Corrine to make her popular. This whole book, love it. I love the comedy. It was really funny. I remember that. I read this book in 2 days. It was really funny book. It was a really funny book. And it's super cute, and also it makes me empathize with Henry and his situation that he had going on with his dad and wanting to go to college. This is a book that is basically their senior year of high school, and it's a lot going on in their lives. But the romance happens and whatever. I love this book. So just read it for laughs. Okay, in my last book I do not have with me, excuse me while I ugly cry. This book got me into reading, like it made me self-identify as a reader, because once I read this book, because I had already heard of it before, because I've started to watch booktube videos and whatnot, I read this book. It is about this girl named Quinn. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting her name right. I'm not good with names, y'all. Okay, it's about this girl named Quinn, and she writes everything in lists. She writes everything in her diary. And then one day, her diary is gone. She starts panicking and she needs to find it. So she pairs up with this guy that she does not like. I believe, that was the vibe. She does not like him, and they have to pair up to figure out what happened to her book, what happened to her journal, and everything in it. So it was a really good book. I love the way they displayed friendship. I love the way they displayed the romance. It was real cute. I don't know, I read it my freshman year, so I might have to do a reread, y'all. But it was so good. And of course the book is called Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, so she ugly cries a lot, and I just love the title. Like, is it not just like I love it. It's amazing. Okay. But yeah, those are my top 5 books of all time. Comment down below some of your top 5 books and let me know like how those books made you feel. Why is it your top 5? Why is one ranked before the other? Let me know in the comment section down below. You are highly appreciated and highly favored. I love you. Goodbye. Thank you for coming to Show and Tell.